Hardcore Pawn wasn't just a show, it was a window into lives full of hustle, heart, and unexpected tragedies. You know Les Gold and the family who built the empire, but behind the cameras, so many beloved members faced struggles that viewers never saw. Some left quietly, some left suddenly, and some never got the chance to say goodbye. Rich laughs, Seth's energy, Bobby's dedication. They weren't just on TV, they were part of a family that weathered storms together. And yet, life outside the pawn shop didn't always follow the script. Crashes, illnesses, heartbreaks, each story more heartbreaking than the last. Some moments occurred years ago, while others happened more recently. But every loss left a lasting mark on fans and cast alike. What drove these stars to keep showing up, even when life outside the shop demanded more than they could give? How did they balance the camera lights with real-life pain? Stay with us as we reveal the truth behind these untold stories, the moments that shook Hardcore Pawn from within, and honor the members who left us too soon. 1. Rich Pyle. Rich Pyle wasn't the loudest or most dramatic presence on Hardcore Pawn, but he was the silent backbone that kept the shop running smoothly. Fans often noticed his calm demeanor and steady work ethic, though they might not have realized the sheer scale of what he handled behind the scenes. For over 25 years, Rich worked side by side with Les Gold, managing dozens of deals every day, keeping the inventory organized, and ensuring the shop operated efficiently, even during the most chaotic moments. His reliability made him an indispensable part of the team, someone the staff and customers could always count on. Yet life outside the cameras was not without hardship. In 2012, Rich faced a personal tragedy that he chose to keep private, even from his own family. Losing a close friend and colleague shook him deeply, serving as a poignant reminder that some losses can't be replaced, no matter how committed or diligent a person may be. Slowly, he began to pull back from the daily grind, realizing that work alone couldn't fill the void left by personal grief. Even when he reappeared on TV, fans noticed subtle changes. His humor was still there, but his pace and energy had shifted, hinting at the profound experiences that had affected him. Rich's story shows that reality TV is only a window into someone's life. Behind every smiling face and on-screen joke, there are real struggles, private battles, and moments of vulnerability. His quiet dedication, loyalty, and resilience not only helped keep the pawn shop thriving, but also left a lasting impression on colleagues and viewers alike. Today, Rich Pyle is remembered as more than a background character. He is a symbol of steadfast commitment and the human side of a reality show world often overshadowed by drama and spectacle. 2. Seth Gold. Seth Gold, the son of Les Gold, brought a remarkable energy to Hardcore Pawn that quickly caught the attention of viewers. From the very first season, his commanding presence and relentless drive stood out. While his father, Les, chased big dreams and managed high-stakes deals, Seth was the one who ensured everything in the shop stayed on track. He had a keen eye for potential problems, stepping in during conflicts with customers before tensions escalated. Whether it was negotiating difficult transactions or keeping staff organized during chaotic moments, Seth's determination made the show feel alive and fast-paced. Fans admired his ability to balance authority with charm, and his presence became a cornerstone of the shop's on-screen dynamic. Yet behind the camera, life presented Seth with far more challenges than anyone could see. By 2015, the pressures of meeting constant deadlines, managing the demands of the shop, and navigating personal responsibilities began to weigh heavily on him. He started withdrawing from the show, making fewer appearances, and eventually made the difficult decision to step away entirely. For fans, this absence was heartbreaking. The vibrant personality that had become a defining feature of hardcore porn was suddenly gone, leaving a noticeable gap both on-screen and behind the scenes. Then, in 2019, tragedy struck. While riding his motorcycle in Michigan, Seth was involved in a severe crash that left him with multiple broken bones, internal injuries, and a long, painful road to recovery. Simple daily movements became major challenges, and he was forced to relearn how to walk and adapt to a new reality. The physical and emotional toll was immense, yet Seth faced it with remarkable resilience, supported by family and friends who stood by him throughout the ordeal. Seth's story is ultimately one of transformation. The boundless energy and fire that fans loved were tempered by life's harsh realities. His journey reminds us that behind the bold personalities seen on reality TV, there are human beings navigating vulnerability, pain, and growth. While the cameras captured only fragments of his life, Seth's commitment to family, his work ethic, and his ability to endure adversity remain unforgettable. His legacy on hardcore porn goes beyond entertainment. It is a story of courage, resilience, and the quiet strength that carries a person through even the most challenging times. 3. Bobby Janek. Bobby Janek had a presence that viewers might have underestimated at first. Whenever a customer left the shop satisfied, Bobby's careful attention and experience often made it happen. Money mattered, yes, but for Bobby, fairness and integrity were more important. He refused to back down even when the pressure of reality TV seemed overwhelming. Behind the scenes, however, the story was more complicated. Bobby faced personal health challenges that forced him to step away from the shop and the cameras. In 2018, he suffered a serious stroke, requiring emergency treatment and weeks of rehabilitation. For a man who had spent years ensuring every deal was perfect, this sudden vulnerability was a drastic change. Yet, Bobby's journey didn't end in despair. He learned to slow down, embrace recovery, and prioritize his health. Fans who followed his story witnessed not just a pawn shop employee, but a human being navigating life's unpredictability. Bobby's experience shows that not all heroes need the spotlight. Sometimes, the most important battles are fought quietly, away from cameras, and the lessons learned in those moments resonate far beyond the shop walls. 4. Ashley Gold. Ashley Gold, the daughter of Les Gold, played a vital role in managing the busiest parts of American jewelry and loan. From a very young age, she was immersed in the family business, learning the intricacies of running a pawn shop, understanding customers, and observing her father's negotiations. On Hardcore Pawn, Ashley was more than just a cast member. She represented the next generation of the Gold family, carrying the responsibility of upholding the family legacy with focus and determination. Fans quickly recognized her confidence and professionalism, seeing in her a balance to the chaos and drama that often unfolded in the shop. As the seasons progressed, Ashley's presence on screen began to diminish. Observant viewers noticed she appeared less frequently, and questions arose about her absence. Behind the scenes, Ashley was dealing with personal health challenges that required her attention. Understanding the importance of self-care and family priorities, she made the conscious decision to step back from the constant pace and pressures of the pawn shop. Her choice reminded fans that life off-camera can be far more complicated than it appears on television, and sometimes the most difficult decisions are about prioritizing what truly matters. Even as she reduced her on-screen appearances, Ashley's commitment to her family and the business never faltered. She continued supporting her father, Les, her brother Seth, and the entire shop quietly, ensuring operations ran smoothly despite her own challenges. Her dedication was not always visible to the audience, but it was deeply felt by those who worked alongside her. Ashley Gould's story is a testament to sacrifice, resilience, and quiet strength. Fame and television may highlight dramatic moments, but the real work, the care, attention, and loyalty often happens behind the scenes. Her contributions left a lasting impact, shaping the shop's success and earning the respect and admiration of fans who understood the depth of her heart and commitment. 5. Les Gould. Les Gould, the charismatic face of hardcore pawn, was instantly recognizable for his bold personality, sharp negotiating skills, and larger-than-life presence. Fans knew him as the man who could turn any pawn transaction into an entertaining negotiation, blending humor, authority, and keen insight. But behind that confident exterior was a lifetime devoted to the pawn business, a life built on hard work, lessons learned, and sacrifices that few viewers ever saw. Born in Detroit, Les grew up immersed in the world of pawning. His grandfather, a hardworking businessman, taught him the importance of honesty, diligence, and understanding the value of every item that crossed the counter. Even as a child, Les displayed a rare talent for spotting not just monetary value, but also the stories behind each object. Over the years, Les's dedication transformed American Jewelry and Loan into one of the largest pawn shops in the country. Yet with success came immense pressure. Running a high-profile shop meant managing not only finances and inventory, but also family dynamics, demanding customers, and the spotlight of national television. The challenges were relentless, and even someone as resilient as Les could not remain unaffected. In 2019, after decades of tireless work, Les suffered a massive heart attack, a moment that shocked fans, colleagues, and family alike. The heart attack forced him to step back from the shop he had built from the ground up, pausing a life that had always been defined by action and control. Suddenly, the unstoppable, confident figure viewers had admired was confronted with human vulnerability. The event revealed a deeper side of Les, one defined not by negotiations or on-screen bravado, but by recovery, reflection, and the fragile nature of life itself. Les Gould's story reminds us that even the most accomplished individuals face moments that can redefine their path. His legacy is not just in the deals he made or the television fame he earned. It's in the lessons of perseverance, family loyalty, and human resilience. Behind the humor, drama, and sharp business instincts, there is a man who has navigated triumphs and hardships alike. His journey shows that strength is not only about power or success, but also about confronting challenges, adapting, and continuing, despite the unpredictability of life. 6. Carlos "Carl" Deals. Carlos "Carl" Deals worked as a security guard on Hardcore Pawn, Chicago. And though he wasn't one of the main cast members, his presence left a lasting impact on both the shop and those who worked alongside him. Carl was known for his calm yet commanding demeanor, someone who could handle tense situations with professionalism and a reassuring presence. Customers and colleagues alike felt his influence even if he didn't appear frequently on camera. His role was crucial to keeping the pawn shop running smoothly. He ensured that each day's transactions were safe, and that both staff and customers felt protected in a busy, high-stakes environment. Tragically, Carl passed away unexpectedly at home, leaving his friends, colleagues, and fans in shock and mourning. For many who worked at the shop, his death was more than a loss of a team member. It was losing a friend and someone who had quietly held the workplace together. Fans who knew him from the show also expressed sadness, realizing that behind the security uniform was a person with kindness, humor, and dedication. Though he never sought the spotlight, Carl's contributions were essential. From diffusing potential conflicts to maintaining order during chaotic moments, he helped shape the professional environment that made the show successful. His story reminds us that reality TV is more than what we see on screen. Every cast member, whether in front of the camera or behind the scenes, played a role in creating the show's energy and authenticity. Carl's legacy lives on in the memories of those who knew him, and in the lessons about loyalty, dedication, and the quiet strength that often goes unnoticed until it is gone. 7. David Kapuscinski. 7. David Kapuscinski. David Kapuscinski may have appeared in only one episode of Hardcore Pawn, but his presence left a mark that fans still remember. Even a brief appearance on the show allowed viewers to see a glimpse of his personality, someone navigating the fast-paced, unpredictable world of a pawn shop. Though his time on screen was short, David interacted with the cast and staff, contributing in his own way to the dynamic energy of the shop. Behind the camera, like many involved in reality television, his life had complexities and challenges that the audience never saw. Tragically, David passed away following an off-screen incident involving law enforcement. The circumstances surrounding his death shocked those who knew him personally and saddened fans who had briefly encountered him on the show. His story is a stark reminder that reality TV often captures only a small fraction of a person's life. Beyond the cameras, individuals face real struggles, unexpected events, and dangers that can dramatically alter their paths. For the cast and crew, David's death was a sobering moment. It highlighted how fragile life can be, even for someone who seemed merely like a temporary part of the show's world. While he did not have a long-term role, his passing left an emotional impact, reminding everyone that every person on set has a story, a life, and challenges outside the spotlight. David Kapuscinski's experience serves as a lasting lesson. The reality behind reality TV is often harsher and more unpredictable than viewers realize. Even brief appearances can be filled with meaning, and the people behind the scenes, or those who only appear for a moment, deserve our recognition and empathy. His memory endures as a quiet but powerful part of the Hardcore Pawn legacy. 8. Lily Gold. Longtime fans of Hardcore Pawn know that the true heart of the Gold family was Lily Gold. Married to Les since 1975, Lily played an essential role in building American jewelry and loan from its earliest days. When the shop moved to the now famous Greenfield Road location in Detroit in 1993, Lily continued to be the quiet driving force behind its success. Though she rarely spoke on camera, her influence was felt by everyone around her. Staff often described her as the calm in the storm, the steady hand who balanced family dynamics whenever tensions flared between Les and their children. She offered guidance and support behind the scenes, ensuring that the business ran smoothly even when personal conflicts threatened to disrupt operations. As Hardcore Pawn grew into a national hit, Lily's presence on screen gradually diminished. Around 2013, fans began noticing her absence and speculating online about her health and well-being. By the later seasons, she had almost vanished from the show entirely. Without any official explanation, her quiet withdrawal sparked curiosity and concern. Her absence was felt not just by viewers, but also by those who worked alongside the family. It created a subtle void in a business that thrived on both personality and structure. Lily represented a steadiness and patience that counterbalanced Les's fiery energy, and losing that visible presence made the shop feel slightly less grounded. Though she never sought the spotlight, Lily's work behind the scenes was critical. She managed administrative tasks, nurtured customer relationships, and quietly maintained the balance between family and business. Her loyalty and dedication ensured the long-term stability of American jewelry and loan. Even after the show ended in 2015, her impact remains undeniable. Fans remember her as the glue holding one of TV's most chaotic families together. Lily Gold's legacy is not built on drama or sound bites, but on years of steadfast commitment and quiet strength, leaving an enduring mark on both the shop and the hearts of viewers. 9. Carl Bell. Carl Bell was a familiar face on Hardcore Pawn, Chicago, working at Royal Pawn Shop, the spin-off branch of the famous Detroit pawn business. On camera, he appeared confident, handling merchandise with ease, interacting with customers, and maintaining a calm, dependable presence amid the chaos of the busy shop. Fans quickly came to recognize him as someone who bridged the gap between on-screen drama and the real business running behind the scenes. His approachable demeanor and consistent performance made him a quiet fan favorite, someone viewers could rely on amid fiery arguments and high-stakes deals. Yet behind that reliable exterior, Carl Bell was battling a growing gambling problem. What began as casual play gradually spiraled into a serious habit, putting immense financial pressure on him. Reports later revealed that Bell's compulsive gambling led to troubling actions at work. Valuable items, including Rolex watches and fine jewelry, began disappearing from the shop's inventory, sparking concern among the owners. In 2014, the situation reached a breaking point. Bell and co-worker Jeremy Jackson were arrested by Chicago police and charged with felony theft, accused of stealing merchandise from Royal Pawn Shop and repawning it to fund their gambling. The total value of stolen goods reportedly exceeded $40,000, and under Illinois law, such theft carried severe consequences, including potential prison time. For the shop's owners, the betrayal was deeply personal. A trusted employee and public face of the shop had violated that trust, shaking the internal team and leaving fans stunned. Bell's arrest marked one of the most serious incidents tied to the reality show, contrasting sharply with his dependable on-screen persona. Following legal proceedings, he vanished from the series, his reputation tarnished, leaving a reminder that behind reality, TV's seeming stability, real-life struggles and choices can have lasting consequences. 10. Jeremy Jackson. Jeremy Jackson worked at Royal Pawn Shop and appeared on Hardcore Pawn Chicago, a spin-off of the popular Detroit-based reality show. While he was never one of the most prominent faces on the screen, fans quickly came to recognize him as part of the shop's everyday rhythm. His calm demeanor and consistent background work made him a familiar presence in the fast-paced, high-stakes environment of a pawn shop, where every transaction mattered. On the surface, Jackson seemed like a steady, reliable team member, quietly ensuring that the daily flow of customers and merchandise ran smoothly. But behind that unassuming exterior, a darker story unfolded. In 2014, Jeremy Jackson was arrested by Chicago police and charged with felony theft after investigators uncovered a scheme involving high-value items from the pawn shop. Alongside his co-worker Carl Bell, Jackson allegedly pawned dozens of stolen items back into the business, including luxury watches and jewelry. The stolen merchandise was reportedly worth over $40,000, and court filings described the theft as systematic, carried out to support their gambling habits. For the owners of Royal Pawn, Jackson's arrest was a profound betrayal. The very employee trusted to handle valuable merchandise and interact with customers had allegedly redirected inventory for personal gain. The scandal sent shockwaves through the reality TV community, forcing fans to question what they had seen on screen and reevaluate their perception of the cast. Unlike other dramatic personalities, Jackson had been quiet and low-profile, which made the betrayal feel even more jarring. After the arrest, he disappeared from the show entirely, and little is publicly known about his life or career since. His story became a stark reminder that reality TV isn't always just entertainment behind the cameras. Real-life risks, mistakes, and consequences shape the lives of those involved. Hardcore Pawn taught us more than just the value of items. It showed the value of people, relationships, and perseverance. The members we've remembered today were more than reality TV stars. They were family, friends, and hard-working individuals whose dedication shaped the shop and the show. Their stories of triumph, struggle, and tragedy remind us that behind every deal and every screen moment, as we reflect on Rich, Seth, Bobby, Ashley, Les, and all the other members we've talked about, it becomes clear how much impact one person can leave behind. Their laughter, energy, and unwavering commitment are memories that fans will carry forever. Even when life took them away too soon, their legacies continue to inspire, reminding us to appreciate every moment and every person in our lives. Which story touched you the most? Who do you remember fondly from Hardcore Pawn? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear from you, and if you found these stories moving, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the lives of the people behind your favorite shows. Stay with us, because there are always more untold stories waiting to be revealed.